Greetings to all the PhysioTV viewers. Today, we start on an exciting new series. It's called as a PEP Talk or a Professional Enhancement Program Talks. This talk has been the brainchild of one of our pioneer co-members, Dr. Apurv Shimpi, sir. He is the principal and professor of Sancheti Institute for Orthopaedics and Rehabilitation, College of Physiotherapy, and very much a core team member of the Physio TV group. And now today we are starting with this entirely new series called Pep Talk, as I just introduced it. The Pep Talk will be based on topics which are not related to the academic and the professional aspect of physiotherapy, but it will be more to do with the soft skills that we kind of have to pick up somewhere along, but which are not emphasized during our professional development. The talks will be directed towards self-improvement and development to make an all-rounded personality, which will help in forwarding your career, improving your interpersonal skills, building rapport with not only the clients or the patients, but also with other doctors, interdisciplinary medical professionals. It will help you to be a team player. It will help in problem solving. It will hopefully help you to be more creative than what you were before. So this exciting and entirely new concept and with a new take, we kind of welcome our very first speaker for this pep talk, Dr. Apurv Shimpi. Over to you, sir.
Sure. Thank you so much for the kind introduction and a very warm greetings to everyone. So at the onset, as Sona ma'am has already talked about what the concept of pep talk would all be, working hard or hardly working. I think this is not something that we should be really talking about because this is what everybody of us has been told to us by our parents right from our childhood. I vaguely remember in my 10th standard when I had to appear for my board exams, and my mom quite often caught me playing, marbles and along with my friends during the time of the board exam. And she was always scolding me, you are not working hard enough, and I'm very sure you'll never pass your 10th standard. Yeah, that was shocking at times, but then, things do go around. So what is it about working hard? How should we work hard? And are there any variations to it? Let us just talk about this particular component. So as Dr. Sona said, I am Apurva Shimpi. I am a community and sports physiotherapist. So what is hard work? When we talk of hard work, we talk of channelizing our energy, channelizing our motivation, channelizing the entire source towards achieving a particular path or a process, towards gaining something in our life. Hard work requires a lot of dedication. We all know that. And when we want to grow, when we want to become something, when we want to achieve something in our life, we have been told time and time again that there is no other key except hard work. Okay, so from our perspective, I think hard work is something which is really, really important for all of us. So when we talk in today's era, gaining success is what we are looking for. All of us want to be successful. You want to grow big. I want to grow big. We all want a typical bada ghar, badi gaadi, whatever it is. So how do we grow? How do we succeed? Friends, success is not a very easy domain. Success is not something that will come, just like that, just coming out of some easy path. Success requires a lot of efforts, channelization, and direction towards doing something. But what we are seeing in today's youth is everybody wants instant gratification. As a physiotherapist, when I pass and I start my practice, I want my OPD full, I want my cash counter full, I want my name everywhere on the hoardings, and I want instant success. So is this instant success possible? Can we really start and succeed right like that, go on through all these things? We have been told time and time again that hard work is the key for everything. Even to get anything in life, we really have to put in. It can mount to right from being a professional successor to any other factor. When I talk of hard work and when I talk of success, I can think of only one person who has been my inspiration, who has been my idol, who has been my guru, who is, somebody who is an excellent mentor, Dr. K. Sancheti sir. Sir has always talked about hard work and dedication in an excellent manner. I have been blessed to be, discussing with him, meeting him, talking about his success, how he achieved his efforts. And I distinctly remember, sir, talking about one particular story of him when he was doing his MBBS. He was with his two friends who were really very intelligent, who were really very good academically. And they used to study for maybe an hour and, you know, get it done. Sir always used to say that he had to put in a lot of effort. If I have to quote Sir, he said, I had to practically work for 7 to 8 hours consistently to get to what they were doing, to reach to what their status or state was. So, hard work is extremely important and crucial to achieve success. And somebody like Dr. K. Sancheta, who himself is a recipient of numerous national awards, I think it makes very, very important statement when he says that hard work is the key to success. Sir has always talked on certain factors. He has always talked on dedication. Sir says that when you have to grow, when you have to succeed, you have to be dedicated towards that particular component. You have to know that if you want to grow, if you want to succeed, you have to walk through this path all over and over again. Sir always talks of persistence. He says if you want to achieve something, you have to channelize your energy, you have to direct towards its particular growth. And you have to have your perseverance. You have to keep on and on and on working towards that particular direction so that you can really grow and progress towards what you really want to achieve. Sir always talks of commitment. That famous statement, एक बार जो मैंने अपने दिल की ठान ली तो मैं अपने आप की भी नहीं सुनता. So that is the domain of commitment. If you have decided that you want something in life, you want something out of life, you really have to work towards it no matter what may come. But every time, whenever Sir talks of success, when Sir talks of growth, development, he says one thing: you should always, always, and always follow your work ethics. Never ever choose the easier path or the path of wrongdoings or misdeeds. For example, in our practice, it can come as cut practice, malpractice, or any other domains which can stigmatize not only you but your profession as well. And that was something which has been a teaching for and learning for all of us since ages. And this is what we strongly believe and strongly follow at our working domain. And very important is all these factors, the dedication, persistence, perseverance, commitment, and ethics should be your habit. It should not be something that you have to take efforts for. It should come out of yourself as your routine basics. So when you are practicing these particular domains again and again, they will ultimately become your habit and you don't have to take any extra effort. So your hard efforts or hard work becomes your routine, and then it does not become so strenuous. And I think this is a very important lesson for all of us to understand how important growth and development, that too coming from a person who himself is an epitome of success and growth. In today's world, we talk a lot on smart work. And there have been tons and lots of factors where people have talked about hard work versus smart work. Should you really work hard or should you really work smart? What is more important? What do you feel? Is smart work important or is hard work important? Okay. On that note, I would like to talk about that story that all of us have heard right from our childhood about the crow who used to put the pebbles in the pot of water so that the water comes up and he can, quench his thirst. I know it's summer and everybody would love to have something of this sort. A hard worker requires that dedication, persistence, commitment to do what the goal is. But a smart worker thinks out of the box. A smart worker looks at how can there be another methods, another techniques to get the work done in a better manner. Yeah, of course, when we look at the picture, we all feel the smart worker is better. But let's look at what smart work is. When generally we talk of smart work and smart goals, we always say that the goals should be smart, means they should be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. So let's look at what these factors are all about. What are the steps that are actually involved in smart work? First and foremost, we have to spend time and energy to organize and prioritize our work. This is maybe all of you are already aware of the Eisenhower's triangle or cube, which talks about division of our work into 4 quadrants. Look at things that are urgent versus not urgent, important versus not important. And based on this, you can either put your work into quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. Quadrant 1 is thing that you need to do. There is no other option. They have to be done immediately. Quadrant 2, take time to plan because you have to do them efficiently, but not right away. So it's okay. You have to plan and work it at a better. Quadrant 1, maybe you have to do it irrespective of how it is done. Quadrant 3 needs to be taken on priority, but it's not necessary that you have to do it. This is equally important as a manager, as a leader. You have to learn to delegate your tasks efficiently to your team because not everything can be done by yourself at all the time. So you have to have trustworthy companions, colleagues who can be a part of your team. And there are a lot of tasks. Trust me, there are n number of tasks which are there, which we do, which are ideally in quadrant 4. For example, most of the time that you place on the social media, I'm not saying social media is bad. Social media can be used effectively and efficiently for professional growth and development, but watching the reels, I think, is it so important? So you really have to understand what to eliminate also, because if you do not, you are the one who has to pile up with the task and finally get the brunt of it. So smart work requires efficient time management. Now, time management is essence in both hard work as well as smart work, because at the end of the day, we have to achieve something in a set domain of time. When you are talking of smart work, because you are prioritizing the tasks based on their efficiency, you have to manage them as per factor of time. Most of us, sometimes I think, including me, we procrastinate a lot of things. We do things at the last moment. जब प्यास लगी तब कुआं खोदेंगे. We really need to work on planning and implementing things on time. We have very good leaders with us who are very efficient in time management. But if this becomes a habit, I think it can be a mode of success for all of us. So time management, again, requiring the prioritization of tasks, urgent, not urgent, important, not important, is kind of a essence for all of us. Very important factor is adaptability and flexibility. Many of us are very rigid on our concepts. I want things to work only like this. I want this either my way or on the highway. There is no other way for it. When you are talking of smart work, you have to know that there would at times be barriers, and you have to really learn either to overcome them or to go around them, modulate yourself so that you reach your goal in a better, because what matters is how efficiently the goal has been obtained. So adaptability to different work scenarios or different work demands, and being flexible. Sometimes maybe internet does not work. Sometimes there are technological domains. Sometimes there are some other challenges. Sometimes the person who is going to come and meet you does not come. How are you really planning? Do you have your plan B? Can you really work with the other way? This is something very, very important for all of us to understand how a work should be. Because if I am very rigid, then I am stuck. Then because without it, I cannot progress further. If I'm adaptable and I'm flexible, I can find myself. It's like the running water through a stream. If you put a stone, it does not stop. It does not cry and crib. It just goes around, find its way to achieve wherever it has to go. I think this is a very important lesson for all of us. We have to know how to use efficient use of resources and tools. See, friends, not everything is infinite. As a physiotherapist, as a clinician, as an academician, you will have certain factors with you which can be there. I want this, I want that, but how are you utilizing what you have with you? How are you utilizing the tools, resources, including human resources, including any other factor of resources? How are you using these components? If you know that you can use these resources properly, because buying new factors requires financial considerations, requires time for procurement, maybe for shipping, maybe for ordering or something. I'm not saying don't go for it. If you can, and if you have that timeline, sure, try and increase your work domain. But using your resources efficiently and your tools efficiently is what is important at the given amount of time, especially when you're working on a task which is goal bound, which is time bound. So this is something which is important for us to understand. Very important again to understand is strategic planning. What do I want to do now? What do I want to do after some time? What I want to do after maybe few more days? You remember when we were in our college, in our physiotherapy profession, we were taught about goal setting. What is our phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4? Or if you might remember that maximum production phase, moderate production phase, minimum production phase, return to work. So what am I looking for in my client now? Okay, after some time, after maybe a few months, and a continuous long-term process that we want to talk about. When we are talking of our work, it can be your clinical work, it can be your academic work, it can be your other domain of work. Strategic planning is very, very important. What is it that I want to look at now? What is it that I want to look after some time? Okay. If we do not have a strategic plan, what happens is everything piles up at a single time, and then we go into a lot of burden. There's a lot of burnout amongst all of us. And sorry to say, but this is a scenario with 90% of us. We all experience burnout. We all want to have that weekend. We all are looking for that Saturday, Sunday because the entire week is stressful. Why was it stressful? Dr. Sancheti always says that I enjoy my work because whenever I am at my work, I have planned my day. So everything is so refreshing that even at the end of the day or even at the end of the week, I am very fresh. How are we? Are we fresh at the end of the day or at the end of the week? Possibly because we forgot to plan our domains. Having a work planner is something very, very important, because when I know what are my tasks and duties for maybe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so on, I can actually focus on that task in advance. Hence, develop a strategic plan for you to work efficiently. This will not just reduce your burnout, this will also not be a source of stress and mental tension and depression and so forth. Plus, you will enjoy what you're doing. You will actually be successful in what you're doing because you're thought about it. And finally, what is it that you're trying to achieve? When I just shared the example of goal setting, the maximum protection phase, moderate protection, minimum protection, so forth. Important question is, why am I doing this? What am I achieving at the end of what is there in my client? Even for you, my friend, what is it that you are looking for at the end? Your goal can be again a short-term goal, a medium goal, or a long-term goal. I think this is a very important topic, and our previous Physio TV session had a component on leadership where we had talked about goal setting and how goals should be planned up. So go through it to understand how important it is to set your goal and achieve it. Because if you have not set a goal, you will not understand A, whether it is done, and B, the time requirement or efficiency that you are putting in to procure that goal. So this is very, very important factor again. I'm sorry, you must be thinking he's saying very, very important for everything, because all of these phases and stages are actually important to be achieved. You miss something and everything will go, haywire. Of course, if you're flexible enough, you will still learn to go through your way. But if you have planned, I think you will achieve it faster and better. So the question was, what is important, hard work or smart work? I feel both are very, very important, because if hard work is my body, smart work is the soul of the body. Smart work tells us to achieve something better. Hard work gives us the direction, the motivation, the enthusiasm to achieve it in the better way. Smart work says that don't study much and still try and come first in your class. Hard work says study also important, so that there is no chance to compete or so. See, as Dr. K.H. Sancheti sir always says, that you have to be in the phase of a worker, a smart worker and a hard worker, because there is hardly any competition in this particular domain. People are looking for taking credits. There are very few who want to work towards achieving credits. So sir always keeps on saying, be a worker, be a hard worker and be a smart worker, because when you combine both of these, you will achieve the optimal success. There is no competition for you. How do you do this? Combining hard work and smart work will help you to gain optimal results. Not just get your goal in the best of the manner. It would give your work efficiency. You must, all of you have a laptop or your mobile phone, and sometimes you are cribbing when the processor goes slow. You sometimes boost your phone or your laptop for it to make work faster. Friends, we all need this boosting. We all need to sharpen ourselves to work more efficiently. Hard work and smart work combination helps us to be adaptable. It gives us the direction and the push, but yet gives us the pathway to yield and achieve those goals in the most efficient manner. Hard work and smart work combined helps us innovate. Hard work says you go ahead towards achieving what you're doing. Smart work says try and find out means to get it done better. When I combine both of this, I innovate, I get ideas, I get new concepts for me to actually work. And if you are in this field, friends, you really have a name for yourself. When you combine hard work and smart work, you are sustainable. Hard work requires a lot of energy, a lot of channelization. So people might at times experience burnout. Smart work gives you adaptability and flexibility, but sometimes it might not go, because smart work requires a very long pathway, a very long process. Smart work will not give you a very short-term goal. When you combine both of this, you can actually keep on going for a longer period of time. You can sustain yourself efficiently and not just think of after 2 years or 5 years, even after 10 years and 20 years, where you will be in your professional domain. It would help you prioritize your impact. What is it that you are looking forward to gain after putting in my efforts? Okay, I'm putting in a lot of efforts. I'm putting in my hard work and smart work. What are the fruits that I will get when I'm putting this? It would help you prioritize your impact. It would help me get continuous improvisations on whatever I'm doing. So when I'm combining hard work and smart work, I refine myself. I become a diamond from a coal. I become sharper and efficient over time and time, so that as I had said earlier, it becomes a habit of my work. And combining hard work and smart work finally makes us efficient time managers. Why is this important? Friends, most of us this time have a burnout because we are so engrossed with what we are doing that it is very difficult to channelize our work and life balancing. Sometimes we just go into our work phase and forget to balance our life. Then suddenly we realize I'm not giving time to my family, to my wife, to my kids, to my parents. And then, I don't want to work anymore because I just want to go on a holiday. Sometimes we have that 2 weeks of leave and, leave everything and go for a vacation, recharge, regenerate and come back. Is it really important for me to get a leave or a break? If you are combining hard work and smart work, every single moment you can actually get a good amount of leisure time. You can finish your 8 hours work in 4 hours and relax yourself. Chill. Why not? If you are smart worker, because what matters at the end of the day is how efficient the work is done rather than whether you are slogging yourself for that 8 hours. Hence, effective time management is what you get when you combine both. So I want to end this pep talk by saying that a combination of hard work and smart work is the way to achieve an efficient work. And when you work hard, when you work smart, and when you dream big, that is when you will achieve the road to success. So thank you once again, Sancheti Institute. Thank you, Dr. Sona Kolke, for giving me this opportunity. And I wish all of you a very hard and smart success ahead. Thank you so much. Over to you, ma'am.
I think we can stop the sharing. Thanks so much, Dr. Apurv, for kind of giving this very relevant talk today. I'm sure all of us get caught up in our journey of achieving our goals, and we somewhere forget that we can achieve much more by just becoming a smart worker. And I think Apurv sir has just given us the direction for doing that, and in a very smart way. So I'm sure this pep talk is going to be very, very helpful, not only for senior professionals who also need to kind of I can speak for myself that I need to kind of put my time management into place and work more smartly to achieve more at the end of the day. At the same time, you can also start, I mean, be very helpful for someone who's just starting with this professional journey. And this is going to kind of take you long, because if you learn these tips which sir has passed on today early on in your career, I'm sure you will be achieving really big, dreaming big, but achieving big also. So thank you again, sir. I think working hard and working smart has been a very good mantra to kind of start our pep talk journey. And I'm sure in the coming weeks, in the coming months, we are going to have such pep talks given by different professionals on their view about how we can change the way we, be a professional. How can we really become more efficient at whatever we are doing? How can we achieve that X factor, which can take us long and which can kind of sustain us through our entire professional journey without getting much of a burnout. So thank you again, sir. And from the entire Physio TV team, I'm sure you don't need the thanks, because sir is very much a part of our Physio TV. We also thank our chairman, Dr. Parag Sancheti sir, Dr. Ashok Sham sir, who is a part of the Ortho TV with which Physio TV has been associated, our executive chairperson, Manisha Sangvi ma'am, and the entire Physio TV team to kind of take this exciting new series forward. Thank you again, and I'm sure everyone
Thank you
will
so
enjoy.
much.
Thank you.